4th of December 2015. I was enjoying a glass of whiskey, celebrating another successful case in the comfort of my home, when it suddenly hit me. Is Kevin Logan a potato? I stood up and looked outside my window. I swallowed another shot of whiskey, smiling. If anyone's a potato, it's him. Case looked easy enough. Without wasting any time, I logged onto Twitter and started my research. My first step was contacting the man himself. Kevin did not respond. I guess it would have been too easy. Even Kevin is not stupid enough to outright admit to being a potato. I looked through his tweets and YouTube videos, searching for clues. Finally, I gathered a list of people who might know him, personally. First on my list was a fella known as Teal Deer. From what I could find, him and Kevin were close back when they both attended gender studies course in 1994. Real close, if you know what I mean. As expected, Teal Deer remained silent. I kept him on the list of possible subjects. Disappointed with my progress so far, I started to question the narrative. There was only one man who could help me find the scoops I was looking for. Louis Laval. Louis and I go way back. We knew each other since I discovered that my dad was fucking his mom when we were both just a wee lads. We were good pals ever since. Louis was a man of few words, but he gave me exactly what I needed. A name. And not just any name. Sargon of Akkad. He wasn't the only one who pointed their fingers at Sargon. I had a very informative chat with a man under the name of Goodfella who did not believe that Kevin Logan was a potato. When I pressed on the issue, Goodfella told me that Sargon might know more on the subject. I scratched Goodfella off the list. He ain't no friend of Kevin or potatoes. Goodfella, however, claimed that Kevin couldn't be a potato, which conflicted with another statement I received from a fella called Harmful Opinions. He, on the other hand, was adamant that Kevin was 100% a potato. There was only one thing in common between all three statements: Sargon of Akkad. While I already had three strong leads connecting Sargon and Kevin, what happened next proved without a shadow of a doubt that someone didn't like me sniffing around. My next informant was Jeff Holiday. Some people might have called Jeff a lunatic, a conspiracy theorist, or a raging madman, but I stared into abyss for far too long to simply dismiss a man just because he wears women's underwear on his head. Jeff gave me some half-baked theory about Kevin being merely half-potato, which was of course ridiculous. Intrigued by his knowledge, I asked him about Sargon, and that's when his case got nuclear hot. Before Jeff could answer my question, he was brutally murdered. His blood is on my hands now. I started to get death threats, and even woken up next to a dead French fry. The signs were clear. I couldn't let Jeff's sacrifice go to waste. I had to find out the truth about Kevin being a potato, and Sargon was a key player in this investigation. Luckily for me, they both lived in England, merely a walk from each other. I lit up my cigar. Guess I was heading to Swindon. As expected, I was greeted by harsh English weather. The smell of cheap liquor and multiculturalism was overwhelming. It was midnight when I arrived at Sargon's house. With my trusty Magnum 44 by my side, I knocked on the door twice. You won't believe how surprised I was when some old lady opened the door in front of me. Turns out, I got old info. Sargon lived there as a boy, but moved out in 1985. She invited me anyway to go through some old garbage that was left behind by previous owners. I saw a lot of video games, comic books, typewriters, and even a 12-inch long dragon dildo, which I took for evidence reasons. The only interesting thing I found was this old photo of two potatoes lying on the beach with Summer Vacation 84 written on it. Things started to click in my mind. This was the evidence I was looking for. I got back home and compared the photos. I had a hunch, and boy was I right. Kevin Logan is a potato. There's no doubt about it. That potato on the photo was him, absolutely. You could say that I successfully solved yet another case, and could rest easy now that the world knows the truth about Kevin the Potato Man Logan. But there is still one more thread involved: Sargon. How is he connected to this whole mess? Once again, I was left with more questions than answers. For a week, I sat at my chair looking through all the evidence. Photos, documents, used condoms. Nothing. Fucking nothing. I knew that there was more to this. I was certain of it. If I fail now, if I quit, all the work will be for nothing. I couldn't let Jeff Holiday down. December 11th, 2015. I found it! I found the missing piece. When I was browsing YouTube, I stumbled across one of Kevin's old videos. It was disturbing. But what was intriguing about it was the title. Sargon of Akkad. That's when it all came together. Just like me and your mom last night. It was right before my eyes all along. Sargon is Kevin Logan. It makes perfect sense. All clues lead to this conclusion. This case was bigger than I expected. Not only did I confirm Kevin to be a potato, but that he was also Sargon of Akkad in disguise. Now that this is finally over, I can enjoy whiskey once again. Another successful case.